Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Got a story I want to talk about mortgages, what happened just at the end of the year with mortgage rates, what happened with the drop off in the use of mortgages or people going out and getting new mortgages. But I also want to give you a warning about, as we read this, from a friend of mine that is a broker, works for many different companies, independent mortgage broker. I was asking her the other day what she thought of the market, and she said it's definitely slowing down. I said, what is the, how many people are actually getting refinances? Because that is something that I'm very concerned with. That shows the health of the economy. Think about it. We've really never seen, since I've been investing in real estate, interest rates double in the matter of 1 year. Mortgage rates, we've never seen that as long as I've been doing it. As a matter of fact, I don't know when it's ever happened ever. To think that somebody has a current mortgage and then would go out and pay significantly higher interest rates, mortgage rates, in order to be able to refinance their home, get a new rate, to be able to cash out and use that money for debt, to be able to consolidate debt, is a scary proposition. I asked her this and she said, honestly, about 20%, maybe 25% of her clients right now are literally pulling money out of their homes to consolidate debt. Now that is very important, because a lot of people would say, oh, Ninja, but that's good because they're paying off their house or paying off their credit card, things like that, so they're paying less per month. But you have to remember that the way the average consumer works is they live off of debt, right? So if you think of it that way, you start to realize that once they get out of this, right, they borrow against their home. Sure, they're maybe saving a lot monthly in the payments. Usually a few months go by and that euphoria wears off and they want something else new. They want a new car, they want something else, they go out and buy it. They go out to dinner again, be like, hey, we've got the extra money per month, because most consumers only look at their monthly spending. It's one of the things I go over in the Side Hustle course. Oh, I'm sorry, the real estate course. By the way, everybody that bought the real estate course, I just uploaded the first video. We've been filming all week. Videos at the editors right now, but the first lesson is up there right now on how to value actually the 6 different issues that affect real estate values, okay? So let's dive into this story right now, because I think it's very serious. As we start to see more people refinancing their homes to consolidate debt, I believe that's going to cause tragedy down the road. Plus, sorry, I'm digressing, but it's so important. Think about how much more you're going to pay over the life of that loan, that 30 years, when it comes to the amount of the total amount of the mortgage. Sorry, I'm getting thrown off right now. All right, mortgage demand plunges 13.2% to end 2022 as interest rates head higher again. Mortgage applications, these are some key points. Mortgage application volumes were down 13.2% at the end of the last week of the 2 years. Sorry, I got motion behind me on the camera, so I get thrown off. Mortgage application volume was down 13.2% at the end of last week from 2 weeks earlier. The average contract interest rate for 30-year fixed rate mortgages increased to 6.58% from 6.34% 2 weeks prior. At the end of 2021, the rate was 3.3%. So exactly, literally a doubling. It absolutely blows my mind. It says right here, after a brief reprieve in the first half of December, mortgage interest rates shot up again to the end of the year, weighing on mortgage demand. Mortgage application volume was down 13.2% at the end of last week from the 2 weeks earlier, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association's seasonally adjusted index. Now, that is very important to understand, because a lot of people would say, this is just this time of the year, but they're using, apples for apples comparison. This 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks compared to the last 2 weeks of the year prior. It says right here, demand for refinancing, which is most sensitive to weekly interest rate changes, dropped 16% from 2 weeks earlier and was down 87% the same period in 2021. Now you think about that, and that's actually pretty darn close to what my friend is telling me about the 20% that she's seeing refinancing right now at the higher rates for debt consolidation. So even though it shows that it's down 87% across the board, right? You have to remember, there's still, even by their numbers, 13% of people are refinancing at much higher rates for debt consolidation. That's very, very important. Those are things that they don't talk about in these stories, and that is one of the signs that the consumer is getting weaker and weaker, and that we're getting closer to a real estate plunge, all right? Now, it says right here, and this is a quote, purchase applications have been impacted by slowing home sales in both the new and existing segments of the market. Even as home price growth slows in many parts of the country, elevated mortgage rates continue to put strain on affordability and are keeping prospective home buyers out of the market, said Khan, who has also pointed to the threat of a wider economic recession. So everything's getting baked into the cake right now. Everybody understands that we're either in recession or we're about to go into recession. I personally believe we're already in one. And the facts are, since the Federal Reserve is going to continue to raise rates to get on top of inflation, or at least they're pretending to, we are going to continue to see sales completely disappear from real estate, the real estate market, and eventually sellers are going to have to start really taking concessions in their price, and that's going to cause a cascade to the downside in real estate prices. That's why I'm excited about this. Guys, if you want to take advantage of the 80% discount right now for the real estate course while we are filming it, it's how to crush in real estate. We literally are going from zero to hero. If you've never owned a home, or if you've owned a home and never owned rentals, we're going to show you how to budget for it. We're going to show you how to get ready for it, get your credit score lined up, get everything ready, and then how to manage multiple properties at once. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff to it, but it's actually a lot easier than you think. Guys, I hope you have a great day. With that being said, the Real Estate Ninja is out.